morning, and welcome to another edition of Brewin on Broad Street. I'm here this morning with a really good friend, Evan Macedo from Sapers Wallack. Evan, I welcome first.
Thank you, Steve. It is an absolute pleasure being here, so I appreciate it.
It's a treat for me. So I'd love to start by having you tell us a bit about you and Sapers Wallack, but before you do, I'm aware that Sapers Wallack is about to turn, was it 93 years old?
Well, we are going into our 92nd year.
Okay, 92nd year, but you do not look like you're 92.
You know, I age very, very slowly, Steve.
So, Evan, tell us about you and tell us about the firm.
Sure. So my name's Evan Macedo. I am the Vice President of Finance and Operations for Sapers Wallack. I've been living in Boston for the past 10 years. Prior to that, I was in New York City for about 7, working at a venture capital firm. Always been in the financial space my entire working career. And, you know, I get up every day with just this need and desire to go and help people. And we do a lot of great work, just as your firm does. And it's really great to be able to have a passion that I love doing day in and day out.
Well, you are a remarkable jewel for the Boston business ecosystem. So tell us a bit about Sapers Wallack.
Sure. Well, Sapers Wallack is a third-generation family-owned business. We're located in the heart of Newton, and we have 2 different sections of our business. One, we cater to corporations. So we're handling their retirement plans. We're putting in executive benefits to help retain, attract, and reward key employees. And then we're working with their P&C insurances and their group benefits. On the individual side, we have a growing wealth management practice and a sophisticated life insurance practice to help for generational planning and also help those everyday couples that they just need life insurance because they're getting married, they're having kids, and they're meeting different milestones of their life.
As with Gesmer, I know that Sapers Wallack works with lots of venture-backed companies. What are the common threads that you see through their challenges?
That's a good question, Steve. You know, one is cost management. You know, a lot of these companies have a certain amount of investment that they have a runway and they need it to last for a certain amount of time so they can start generating revenue. One thing that we like to do is come in and see if we can help contain those costs because, you know, every year inflation is going up, things are getting more and more expensive, benefits are getting more and more expensive. So I'll just tell you a quick story. Over the summer, we came into a company, they were paying for 100% of their medical benefits. And, you know, they were doing that for a good reason because they wanted to offer a more than competitive benefit compared to the market. But because they were doing it, every time somebody joined, they had to bring that person onto the plan. It wasn't necessarily cost effective for the company, so we ended up redesigning it. We saved the company about $90,000 a year in their benefit spend, and that just increased their runway, which was, you know, a really great solution for them. And then the last thing that I would say to your question is we do a lot of executive benefit programs. You know, if we want to put in programs to attract, retain, and reward key employees. So if you have like a rainmaker, or maybe it's a data scientist, or they're really crucial to your product or to your company, you don't want them to leave. So we'll come in and make sure that we're helping you to design plans that meet your goals to get those people to stay and make them feel like they're, you know, a part of the company and a part of the management team.
Keeping key people on the team is critically important. So I agree with you completely. You know, when I think about you, I think about your passion for your work and helping your clients, but I know you have a couple of other passions too. Tell me about one.
Sure. So I am a very adventurous person. I love going up on Lake Winnipesaukee. Fishing is a big passion of mine. I probably catch about 300 fish a year. And I'd like to take one big trip every single year. So just for instance, I was in Switzerland a couple of years ago, and I got to go paragliding off the top of the Swiss Alps, which was about 5,000 feet up in the air, and that was just an absolute thrill.
Wow. It scares me to even think about that. And I know you are a gourmet cook.
Well, gourmet is is a strong title, but I really, really love to cook. It is one of my passions in life, and I've taken a bunch of cooking classes. I like to have friends over and family members and put on a big spread. And it makes me, everyone has a stressful day, but it's one of those things that helps me to de-stress after work. And then you enjoy the fruits of your labor when you're done.
I can't wait to try a special dish.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would be remiss if I didn't mention one other thing. I heard through the grapevine that Sapers and Wallack has just published a new book. What can you tell us?
That is correct. I want to say about a month ago, we just published a new book. It's called Someday is Not a Day of the Week, Unlock Your Future Potential Today. And what the book does is it kind of goes through all of Sapers and Wallack's methodologies of life insurance, annuities, wealth management, planning, charitable strategies, because we want people to understand why we're putting the plans in place that we do. And if they read this book, we are giving it out to our clients. They'll be better, more prepared to have the conversations with us and know why we're doing the things that we're doing. Because we're here to help people. At the end of the day, there's a lot of challenges and hurdles in life, and we really want to make sure we're providing everybody the best chances of success to succeed.
And where does our audience find the book?
Well, you can find it on Amazon. I believe it's $14.99 on Amazon. However, if you go to our website, which is sapers-wallack.com, you can click on our Contact Us form and you can request a copy. We're happy to send one to you for free. And we're also building out a new page on our site specifically just for our book, so people can request copies through that as well.
You and Sapers and Wallack are extraordinarily valuable to the entire ecosystem. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you for joining us for another edition of Brewin on Broad Street.